Aloha everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is Merissa Indigo of Divine DNA Blueprint Mystery School, sharing a Codes from the Forest transmission. So it's the day after the new moon in Pisces. That's the last new moon that we've had in a row of 5 that were all at a 20-degree mark, which is significant. You could look up 20 degrees of Pisces or the number 20 in numerology. And I received, see the beautiful birds. I'll be quiet so you can hear them for a sec. So we're in the forest, of course, just, reflecting on the new moon and the different wisdom we've received. And the most powerful, very powerful that I really feel is, this is actually a wisdom snippet to apply going forward forever and to just do my best, to remember. And so I felt guided to share, which is to keep it simple. And this code is coming from the kingdom of the flowers, actually, from the violets that are starting to come. And it was all about keep it simple. And then they share the vision of how they actually send runners out of roots. If you know how different kinds of plant forms put their roots in the ground, it's really fascinating and very activating too when we think of kind of energetic architecture. So what the violet flowers do is they actually send out runners. So it's like they're sending out long arms that are going to then continue to extend more branches of roots into the soil. And then once they have what they're feeling is satisfied with these runners, this rooting parallel along the earth, going horizontal through the earth, then they spring up from there. And that's like, wow, that's a very powerful metaphor for our process of conscious living and, even conscious manifestation. I mean, basically every aspect of the divine human experience, we're doing our best to be integrated, present and aware, and now applying whole new layers of wisdom and consciousness to everything we're doing. And so the violet is sharing to keep it simple. You've already put runners out in a bunch of different ways. And so it's relying on what you've been working on, been creating and building up, and just really taking our time. And I feel like, this is such valuable advice. And so for me, what I received for how I'm working with this code snippet in my own day-to-day right now is to keep it simple in every possible way. So if something starts to feel complicated, and what do I mean by that? I mean that you're making a decision, you're taking action, you're doing things, working towards all your goals, whatever. Something's coming up and you're like, okay, well, we'll see. I don't have all the information to make a decision yet. Maybe, I don't really know. And then the more information you receive as you're continuing to exercise discernment to make a decision, you keep feeling more and more constricted the more information you've got. Like, I'm getting squished smaller and smaller and tighter, with less freedom or less energy movement somehow in this. That's a no for me. When the energy feels constricting as I get more information, I'm like, no. And I mean in an uncomfortable way, not a structural integrity way. Like you can feel the vibe in your body. It's like, no, I just feel like this is not it. This feels like an uncomfortable constriction. Because how it should feel, not to should, but the preferential outcome, of course, is for it to feel expansive. Like, there's a lot of wiggle room here. I can do a lot with this. And so it's kind of like that dead end energy versus the path continuing on energy too, is another way to look at it. So just wanted to share that is a very powerful tool we can apply if we're overthinking something, or having a hard time making a decision. Well, first of all, we probably need more information, until we can know our decision. Whether we're comfortable or not with our decision is a whole other topic. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? And so the best way to be absolutely sure and certain is to accumulate information and run it through you and see what are you feeling from it? What are you getting? So I hope this assists. We really want to provide a tangible access point to kind of more of a visceral experience of living as energy, while we're having this human experience. How do you feel from this on all levels of your being? Physically, in your body, emotionally, psychologically. So, thank you so much for joining me. And we welcome in the energies now that are coming in, shifting gears with the spring equinox. So we'll be back with some wonderful content for that. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. You take care. Enjoy your presence. Namaste.